Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Rimworld Beta 18. So, I hope you all had a lovely New Year's. I have finally recovered and felt confident enough to actually continue making videos today, so let's get into it, shall we? We have essentially made ourselves the start of a prison room and the start of a hospital, so I want to expand upon that. And we're going to run a line down here. This is eventually going to be for the turrets. We are in the midst of getting to gun turrets. We kind of need macroelectronics, which is going to allow us to get the high-tech research bench. And then from there, we actually need the blowback operation, which needs gunsmithing and blowback. But if we go to macroelectronics, we can do these two faster, get to gun turrets quicker, is essentially the idea. Anyway, so let's get our power line in, because we are going to need it. And we do need it for these rooms as well, so running a line down there. I think eventually, I might as well do this now. We want a switch there so that we can deactivate our turrets when we get to that point. Because we don't want our turrets on constantly, and this just allows me to press one button instead of all of the turrets. Switch them all off in one go, essentially. Which is rather good. Thinking about it as well, we might need an extra connection, because if any of this line goes out, then all of our turrets go out, and that is the worst thing that can happen. So, with that in mind, I guess we'll run a line up here, run a line down here, and we'll run one across. It's going to be a little bit more expensive as far as the steel is concerned, but we do have plenty. We are building deadfall traps, which is an issue, but I think, yes, we are working our way through the biggest steel vein that I've ever seen in this game, so yeah, that's going to take us quite some time to get through. Let's speed up the time, shall we? And it's still -5, we're in the middle of December, so as far as food's concerned, we're doing just fine. We don't have any human meat at the moment, which is a downside of course, but we can't have it round the clock because we don't get raided enough and not enough visitors turn up for us to murder. For us to confidently murder without just straight up dying anyway, that is. So, we're still managing to maintain food though, which is all that we need to do. Okay, so as far as expansions to the base are concerned, because I want somebody doing research most of the time, so let me just make sure somebody's doing that. You're at 7. Vlad, what do you're doing stone cutting a lot, aren't you? I'm going to bump you up. And let me just check how much. There's only a little bit more of the stone blocks that you need to make in order to finish this off. We're doing slate flagstone. So he's pretty much there on the slate side of it. He's actually not going to get done in time though, so maybe I'm actually just going to bump somebody else up instead, but I'll leave him on the 3. In Renfield's case, we actually haven't done his priorities, so tell you what, let's make sure we do that then, shall we? Oop, I think we had a little bit of a mini freeze there. 10 for that, you're 13. I'm just going to take you off of that. We've got a lot of people who are passionately interested in doing wardening, which is interesting. I'm going to bump you down like so. I want you to do research first and foremost. It's going to mean that the rest of the priorities are not going to matter, because it's just going to go straight to research. And research is one of those things that's almost constantly going to be a permanent job, essentially. So doing that, I think, is fine. We could set him to do like cleaning first, and when he's done with the cleaning, then he goes and researches, but I'm not so fussed at the moment. Is he our best? He's one of our best artists, so I want him to do that, actually. That'd be great. And let's see. I suppose handling, if you can do it. And we'll bump cleaning down, I guess. Something like that, and then when we're done, when we're confidently at a point where research isn't terribly important, we'll just bump this down and you'll start doing other jobs, essentially. Our solar generator has broken down. Should not be an issue because we have 2 full batteries worth and it's already repaired, so there you go. As for this and this, we have no prisoner, so we can turn those off and save the power. Same goes for the hospital room. Really do with people swapping out these beds as well. I'm going to set them to medical right now. Yeah, they really should be coming in and sorting that out soon. We've pretty much been setting them up with wire orders and flagstone pathways and things like that, so they've had a lot to do. I say a lot. They've had a fair bit to do that they seem to think is more important than moving my beds into the proper location. Which is fine, I guess. It's fine. Ain't gonna complain. So we've just got our switch and that movement stuff to do now. I think that's all of the construction tasks finished at that point. So I'm just going to wait for them to move the beds. Oh yes, we've got... You know what? Screw it. Deconstruct. I'm going to force someone to do it instead. Because I think we've been waiting on them to do this for about 2 episodes. So it's time to make sure that it happens this time around. So reinstall those beds. Do that. It's not something that requires... Oh, it resets the bed type. Interesting. It's not something that's terribly important, but I really just want to get it done. And this is going to be a prisoner room. A mad animal, a local alpaca, is already on the way. Oh boy. Our doors are shut though, so it can't actually get in. But we can line up, get ready to go, and murder it on the way down, essentially. So let's line everybody up. This shouldn't take too long at all to solve. He'll come in, and he's already dead. Actually hit one of the deadfall traps, which is very nice. Speaking of, I want to highlight all of them to make sure they're set to auto rearm. So if somebody could haul the alpaca, that'd be great. I'll just set it to haul urgently, so somebody goes and does it. There's Renfield. Renfield has haul urgently over researching. Yeah, I think he was just finishing the last little bit of research he wanted to do. He's like, just let me finish these calculations before I move my alpaca. That's fine, I guess. I accept that. What I don't accept is the fact that I've just noticed that there is a bit of our stockpile missing. Alright, I want to expand our base a little bit. I want to have a new production room. So, we're building out of sandstone. So, let's have... I don't need a terribly large room, to be honest. Maybe just something like that, and then have a door there. Because what we need to do is have a smithy and a machining table and stuff like that, and a room to do it. And since we've got the stone cutting stuff down here, and this has nothing to do with the metal working up here, we can specialize our stockpile to have certain things in certain places. So we can have like the raw resources in the room, and then the finalized resources in here. And then when we get to microelectronics, we actually get the comms console and the orbital trade beacon, and we can specialize what's in these rooms, in this room. Sorry, but yes, we'll get that sorted. And it's going to need a power line running to it. Don't know if it's. We just do that, and it'll be powered for everywhere. As far as where the research room and the comms room is going to go, I guess we'll make a comms room over here. I'm not against that. We do eventually want to start thinking about doubly thickening up these walls as well for sappers, but I'm kind of waiting on gun turrets. Is pretty much our next upgrade as far as the colony is concerned. And I think, judging by the fact that we've got this shallow moving water here, might end up... Well, actually, we could run the line here, and then when it gets to this corner, actually just run the double thickened side up this way instead. That won't be too bad. This is going to be annoying. In fact, no, it should be fine, actually. I was thinking we wouldn't have a path at the back there, but we can actually just run it from there and then stop here on the inside. So, that's not too bad. And what we can do is we can get Vlad to continue making marble to like an excess, I suppose. He's already doing it till he's got 260, so that's going to be the upgrade material of choice. So he can actually grow those resources while we're building out of a different material over here. Let me just check sandstone's higher on the list. It's not, so I'm going to bump it up. Because if we do run out of materials for this room, which I think we are going to, I'm not even going to bother doing the maths, but I think we don't have enough for that. What are these? Are they like 4s or 5s? Yeah. So eventually we're going to have to run out and he's going to have to switch to sandstone instead of marble, which is fine. No problems with that whatsoever. And it's raining. So we're up to 1 degree Celsius, which is just above freezing. But I doubt that means that our rice is going to start growing. And in fact, I imagine when it actually gets closer to nighttime, the temperature is going to head down to a point where most of the crops either die or just refuse to grow. Ooh, they're brambles. Interesting. I like the non-interactive foliage that you get around here. It's pretty nice having brambles and just short grass that not many things really interact with other than just random grazing animals. Just makes the world look a little bit more vibrant. Okay. Leslie's starting on our metalworking room, which is good to know. So this is going to be essentially for mechanoids and melting down steel slag and things like that, and we'll have like a steel area here, essentially, and this will be the stone area. And somewhere in the middle we'll have something else special, maybe a tailoring section here with all of our furs and leathers. Although, of course, we're only really going to be keeping human leather because I like the idea of cannibals only making clothing out of their victims. I think that'd be a little bit more interesting as a flavour win of sorts. Ooh, malaria block. We can sell that because the likelihood of getting malaria in this area is pretty low. So Leslie's working on getting ourselves a decent quality. I forgot what I set it to, but I think it was like, yeah, excellent quality or higher, essentially. Because I want to make sure that this room is as good as it can be. And that's actually going to require some tiling. What do we want to have in there? There's going to be a lot of brown furniture in there, so I kind of want to make sure that the walls and the tiles match it. So I don't know, maybe it's a brown wall, a brown bed, or an orange bed in this case. It's kind of browny orange, and a brown floor, a bit too plain. I don't know, but I feel like a solid black or a practically white cream is also legendary. Nice. Let's have a look at the rest effectiveness, 125%, as opposed to this one, which is it's an extra 10% on that one. Alright, we want 2 beds just in case we get 2 prisoners, essentially. And in here, we also want a table for them to be able to eat off of. So let's get them... They would need each a bedside table as well, so let's get them one of those. Boop and boop. Again, it's going to be excellent quality or better. Legendary is the best possible one you can get. So, in fact, how much is that in terms of 265 silver? Wow. You're 88. It's very hard to get a legendary bed, so very happy to see that. It should add to the impressiveness of the room as well, overall. For now, though, when we've got no flooring of any kind in there, it's just going to be ugly, like 90% of the time. So yeah, what do we want for our tiling? Because this is going to give 1 point of beauty, as opposed to wood that gives nothing. Sterile, I think, gives you maybe 2? I can't quite remember, actually. Or maybe it's just 1 as well. But I think tile is about the best we can actually hope to have at this point. I don't know, I'm going to have slate flooring, I think. I like the idea of slate. Get that in there. We've got 120 of it as well, and it's not eating into the sandstone that we're using to build this structure over here, so I think that's perfectly fine. And I'm a bit torn whether or not I want to overload them with construction tasks in here, because I already know what I want in this room, but at the same time, I kind of want this room up and running, even though the production's tables are not actually that useful to us right now. So, I don't know. We'll at the very least let them finish off the flooring. And microelectronics is almost done as well, so we're going to be deconstructing this and replacing it with a better research table, which is going to be really good for us. I also want sterile tiles in here, probably at a higher priority than this as well. How much is it going to cost us? It's going to be expensive. Sterile tiles are going to cost us 900 silver and 180 steel. That's most of our silver. So we got to think whether or not we want anything from the next traders that turn up. But then again, we've got lots of leathers. We're keeping the human leather, but everything else is just tradable at that point. I don't think we need components, because I think that there are... Yeah, there's lots of ship chunks around. Plenty of components. We haven't really been mining any. We've just kind of been deconstructing ship chunks, so... Oh, Alucard has been attacked by a lynx. Where? Oh, there it is. Alucard. Don't die on me. This would be awful. Run. Oh, he's been bitten. If he's been bitten, that means he's going to get out. Won't be able to outrun him. Yeah, you're going to have to melee attack the lynx. Come on, you got this. Fight it back. Oh, he's been downed. No. Oh, he's dead. There is no way we're getting there. We are going to get revenge, because I also want Alucard's meat as well. I hate the random, this animal wants to murder you thing. It's believable, sure, but it's so annoying. Yeah, he's going to die. And even if he doesn't, I mean, look at the state of him. Don't stop. Get down here. And he's gone. All urgently. You're going to die. You are going to pay for this. Arguably, I could have gone for the attack with the bow instead. But I feel like he would have just been a better chance of missing, being stun locked and all that jazz. Really not great. Okay, murder it. Thank you. Okay, so, you're hauling sandstone blocks. You're hauling Alucard. Somebody's gonna finish you off. Ooh, did you see that? That shing? That was pretty cool. You haul that. Renfield's gonna eat Alucard's meal. That's so sad, though. We've lost one of our vamps. Well, more blood for the blood god, I guess. Alright, haul his bow. Might need that, at least as a tradable resource. And then you can go into our new hospital. Oh dear. You didn't actually waste any time, you went straight to the butcher's table. Goodbye, Alucard. There's 56 human meat here, owned by Alucard. So, Vlad, did you... Because I know you just ate raw cannibalism. Colonist died. Yeah, so some of them are actually not going to get that much of a debuff, which is interesting. I guess most of them didn't really care. Dull hospital. Oh, my friend died. How's the injury? Already been dealt with. Okay. It's quite a bad bite, but you'll get over it. I'm pretty sure you'll get out scot-free, pretty much. Okay. So. Renfield. We don't actually need to expand our bedrooms anymore, because that was another thing that we were expecting to run out of space. Maybe we could have expanded out this way and then like back-to-back house these rooms. Then we could have had like one cooler here and a vent through to the other one. Same for the heaters. To be one cooler and one heater per 2 rooms. How's this room looking? It's mediocre and it's not even finished. And it's filthy. It's really good to know. It's going to be a very impressive prison room, and it's pretty much going to mean that we get our prisoners quite quickly, I would expect. And microelectronics is finished, so we want to go straight to gunsmithing. We want to deconstruct this research bench and go to production? Yeah, production. Get ourselves the new one. And I know I can move it, so I'm just going to get them to build it there. We also want, in MISC, orbital trade beacons, and it looks like I have made this pretty much a perfect size. Okay, so we want the tiles to go just 2 above this one here, and then we can put that one there. This one needs a little bit of power to it, I think it was. Just run a line down that way. So we've got our trade beacons in there. We just need our comms console, which can go somewhere in here, at least temporarily. So, Leslie, I'm just going to get you to do it. So, Renfield's deconstructing that. I want you to build that. We can, because of the new mod that we've got, we can probably reinstall this. I'm really hoping that we can. It was one of the main reasons why I wanted this. We actually need components, now that I think about it. So, we need all of those components mined in order to finish the task that we have assigned. We've got our comms console up. I think each of these needs, yeah, a component, so we need 13 components? I don't know. Less than that. Not counting the ones that we already had there. Okay. Well, as far as progression goes, I mean, we've done quite a bit. We've almost finished one of our metalworking rooms. We've managed to get the research that we were hoping to get by the end of the episode done. Made some serious progress on our... Oh, wonderful. Slate blocks. That's actually going to cut down on the stone cutting that our colonists have to do there, so that's really good. Whoever it was that was doing it, I think it was Vlad, the Impaler. So, if we can get those hauled. We're in no rush, of course, because they don't degrade out, but... Yeah, as I was saying, we managed to get the research we wanted to do done. We managed to make some good work on our prison room, almost finish off our metalworking room, and all it cost us was a colonist. So, I mean, yeah, I'll take it. I'll call this episode a win of sorts. We really do need another member to join us, though, soon, otherwise we might get outnumbered. But I think we've got a reasonable kill box at the moment with a lot of deadfall traps, which shall save us for quite a lot of time. So I think maybe next episode we want to actually build a few more deadfall traps just to ensure that we're going to survive any raid that comes towards us, because we are undermanned at this point, and it's very hard for us to actually get a new member, so that's something to do. We want to get the research bench going, and then they can work on this. In fact, Renfield's just... Is anybody doing mining right now? No, you've all gone to bed. Fair enough. Well, I'm going to leave it here, and we're going to solve that one in the next episode. So if you have enjoyed the content and you want to see more, then be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscription button, and that'll give you notifications when I release new videos. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.